Yesterday was 1 month since I've been back to work from my 12-week leave of absence, and I'm so thankful for that time I had off. One thing that I've learned since being back for a month now, working 40 hours in general, anywhere, is too much for me. Like, I honestly, after I go part-time next year, I, at this moment, feel like I never want to work full time ever again because it's truly too much. So many things, like it's truly not enough for me to just take Saturday and Sunday and feel refreshed or revived. During the week, after I get off of work, I want to sit down and just like take a deep breath. But I have so many things. I have bills I need to get paid. I have, oh, we need to buy this. Oh, we're out of that. Oh, yeah. Like, and then don't even mention exercise and trying to like take a walk to just get some fresh air. Like, so many things. Like, the kids need something. Like, my kids' book fair was yesterday, and like they said something like a month ago about the book fair, and I was just like, whatever. Like, we did book fair last year. But now, then at the last day, my son's like, oh, the book fair, like I want to get something from the book fair. So then I'm scrambling, like it's the last night. I'm trying to find something so I can buy like funds from the e-wallet or for the e-wallet so they can buy something. They never sent an email about it. Like nothing to tell me how to like get these funds uploaded. I'm like sitting here getting frustrated. I'm like, I'm literally like, oh my gosh, I'm really frustrated right now. And I'm like, listen, we'll go to Target on Friday. We will buy you a book if you want to buy a book. Like, tell them you're not going to do book fair this year. Then he comes home and like, oh, I won the book lottery. I got this book. Great. Love that. Don't have to go out on Friday. At the same time, it's just like so much. And I'm like, I'm trying to remember this. I'm trying to remember that. I need to pay this bill. I need to do this. I need to clean. Like, we have rooms in this house that need to clean. I need to clean this. I need to clean that. And it's like where I'm at with cleaning is just doing the things that literally need like immediate attention. And then like everything else is just getting pushed off to the side, like to when I have a few days off again. Thankfully, the November 1st day that I said I wanted to get off, they did finally grant me to have that day off. But the other days, you know, late after Thanksgiving and after Christmas, I'm not expecting it. I'm expecting to honestly just call off or have it unplanned. With our very lenient attendance policy, it is what it is. But yeah, it's just been a lot. I truly just feel like I just am constantly running out of time. Time feels so precious, honestly. I feel like anytime I have to do something, I'm just like, oh, let me do this, like I need to do this, do that, and I just like I constantly don't have enough time to do anything. Like right now I am looking at a dirty bathroom that could definitely use some cleaning. Our room, it's just stuff everywhere. Like I started to like try to put clothes away that's in the laundry room, and it's just like so much, and I'm just like, I know someone asked me before, why don't you get a cleaner? I don't want a cleaner. The thing is I love cleaning. It's just I don't have the capacity or time to do so. And then if I sit around and watch somebody like clean my house for me, like that just would not bring me joy. Like that's just not my thing, honestly. But it's just like not cleaning is just not the only thing. It's just also the mental capacity that I talked about before when I was on leave and like I didn't have mental capacity. And I feel like I still don't, as long as I'm working 40 hours, like I just don't have that mental capacity. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Like, it's just not enough. I really don't know, honestly, what to do. And then, of course, my anxiety starts to tell me, like, what if you don't get approved to go part-time? Like, granted, it's an option. I don't know why they wouldn't approve it. Like, what if they decline it? And I don't know what I would do, honestly. Like, at first I was like, whatever, I just work full-time. But, like, truly the way I feel about working full-time, I'm like, no. I just feel like I can't keep doing it. And then I think about, like, the flexibility of, like, working from home. Like, our insurance all set up, the 401k, like, everything. And then the thought of, like, quitting my job if they don't give me part-time crosses my mind, but that just feels really scary. And then on top of that, my dear son, he is just, I don't know. Luckily, we did a parent-teacher conference, and they said, like, I was like, does he give you guys attitude? And the teacher's like, no, like he's great. I'm like, wonderful, because he gives us attitude at home and I would hate for that to translate into school. Like he gives us sass. Like it's just probably normal kid stuff where it's just like, you tell them, hey, don't read your book right now because you read that one book really loud because you get really into it and your brother's upstairs taking a nap. Like, let's wait till he wakes up. Oh my gosh, like, mom, really? Come on. So then he has to start getting things taken away. Like, he already only watches the iPad on Wednesdays and Fridays in the weekend. Yesterday, he could not watch it because of consistent issues that we're having with him. I just told him today, you can't watch it tomorrow, because when I told him that about the book, I literally had a pep talk with him about what's inconsiderate, and being inconsiderate is being loud even though you know someone's trying to sleep. Like, that's inconsiderate to be loud. And then he proceeds on to further be loud after we just had that talk 30 minutes ago. So I said, you know what? If you're not going to listen, you're not going to get rewarded with an iPad. So that's also adds to my stress, to be honest with you. When I like have a stressful day at work and then I ask my manager a very direct question and then they just circle around the answer. And I followed up and I said, well, I feel like it's inefficient if we're doing X, Y, and Z. Like, is there a rule against what I did? Circles, circles, circles. Even though I know there's no rule against it, it's more so, why am I being told one thing from this team when there's no rule against it? But did I miss something? Let me know if I missed something. So yeah, it's really frustrating. And I really was like, you know what? I'm about to clock out in 2 minutes. Let me not even respond to what they just said. It doesn't even need an answer. And so that's just really annoying to me. It's one thing to go to work and I'm just like, overall, I can be really to myself and it's like, whatever, because I work from home. And I felt like calls just had not been so bad at my job, or I'll say as frequent, which made it really easy and for me to just really like mentally not be so zoned in, like tunnel vision on my work. Which really, in my mind, it's like, okay, yes, I'm working, but it's not taking over my whole entire life, if that makes sense, is why that's good for me to be able to kind of take a step back and realize, yes, I'm working, but I can still mentally touch some grass, if that makes sense. But when the calls are just like a lot more frequent, it definitely makes it a lot harder for me to just take that mental step back and not feel so busy, things like that. So yeah, lately it's been a little bit more with the calls and it's hard to take a step back, but whatever. I mentioned that because I know previously I had mentioned like feeling like we weren't getting as many calls and it wasn't so bad, but I think it's a combination of, hey, 40 hours a week sucks. And then now it's also like, hey, I'm extremely busy because I'm trying to work on something and then I get interrupted by calls, which it's my job, yes, but it makes things a little harder mentally. So yeah, got a long time to go. I have like a good 8 months until I would like to be part-time. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I would love to be able to like make money from different things and like just step out on faith. And just be like, okay, I want to go part-time now and get that answer now. I just don't really see that happening right now. But I want that for everyone. Like, honestly, I want that for everyone. If anyone could just like afford their bills and then also like they have enough left over to just afford to be able to say, hey, I could just work part-time and then also maybe work these other things I have working for me, whether that's making a course, making a book, social media, what have you. For myself, social media has not been so lucrative lately. Like, some people talk about all the money they make on social media. I don't. But honestly, I had 2 months there. Like, I want to say it was July and August where I made $600 on TikTok. That was amazing, but that's the most I've ever made in 1 month. Like, people who I follow who are just super like doing well on TikTok. I think I know you're not supposed to compare yourself, but there's like some people I follow that I'm just like, how is it that their content is constantly getting pushed out and mine isn't? But it is what it is. I just feel like I'm like even more relatable than like the people who, maybe that's what it is. People are just so shocked by like how much money other people are making and their content just does so much better, but I am not making so much money. So I can't shock people with that, and I can't get them to like get drawn in so easily. So it is what it is. I really just feel like I eventually will get my time to shine. I have no idea how, but I just feel like I always tell that to myself, like in the back of my head, like, okay, my time is coming, my time is coming. Don't know when that's going to happen. That's how I'm feeling right now. I just feel kind of stuck, and I just feel like, thank God I got those 3 months off, because I don't know where I would be today if it wasn't for that. I honestly can't imagine. At least I know, like, okay, I got a little glimpse of what it could be like in the future. Honestly, I prioritize my mental health before anything. Like, I know someone asked me today, like, are you sure? Aren't you gonna need your money? But it's like, no, at some point you gotta just take that step back. And that's what I'm working so hard for right now, is to get the house paid off, have that expense gone, that I can like later not worry about it. I don't know what to do, guys. What would you guys do? Because I don't know. Like, it's one thing, like I could even be like, okay, like I'll just move to this department or that department strictly for the benefits. But truly, if I had to make less money than I'm already making right now, I just don't feel like it would even be worth it. Like I told you guys before in the other video, once I start working part-time, I'm not gonna have a whole lot left over after health insurance, investing, and everything. So it's like I already make about $54K a year gross. And I just feel like with where we're going in the world, I don't want to make less than that. Like, I don't want to really. Even though if I cut my hours in half, I'm going to be like grossing like 27K-ish a year. I don't know, but how's everybody else feel about working 40 hours? Like, I truly just feel like it's just too much. Like, I feel like a lot of companies, you could at least let people have like a 32-hour work week. And I know it sounds crazy because it's always been the norm, but I feel like certain companies, they like try to appreciate their employees by, for example, my company switched their maternity leave from 8 weeks to 16 weeks. I want to say that was like 2020. And it's like, if you can do stuff like that, you can like let people work less. I don't know, but then again, I guess that would affect everyone, whereas in comparison to people having babies, it's not their entire workforce. Luckily, next week is the 1st, and I will be off on the 1st. So yeah, guys, that's where I'm at 1 week into being back to work. Honestly, I don't want to say I hate it, but I really don't like it. I wish that social media and like content creation was as easy as people try to make it seem, as far as like making money, because I feel like it isn't. Yeah, tell me what other videos you guys would like to see from me, because it's almost the weekend where I actually will have some energy to film content, hopefully.